On June 1st, 2009, Air France Flight 447 and Airbus A330 took off from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, heading to Paris, France. The flight was carrying 228 people, including 216 passengers and 12 crew members. The plane was flying over the Atlantic Ocean, a route that often takes planes through areas with unpredictable weather, and this flight was no exception. Around 0210 GMT, as the aircraft was cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet, it entered an area of severe turbulence and stormy weather. During this, the aircraft's pitot tubes, which are responsible for measuring airspeed, became obstructed by ice crystals, a phenomenon that can occur in high-altitude storms. With the pitot tubes blocked, the aircraft began receiving incorrect airspeed readings, which led to serious consequences. Since the airspeed data was unreliable, the autopilot system disengaged and the flight crew took manual control. This situation immediately created complications as the pilots now had to rely on limited and inconsistent data while flying through violent storms. To make matters worse, the pilots were faced with poor visibility, making it harder for them to assess the situation outside the cockpit. As the aircraft's nose began to rise, the pilots tried to correct the flight path, but the actions they took led to a dangerous scenario. The plane began to stall, a condition where the aircraft loses lift and begins to drop. A stall warning sounded for several seconds. The plane, still in the middle of the storm, began to lose altitude rapidly. Within moments, the aircraft fell from 35,000 feet and plunged into the Atlantic Ocean. Despite efforts from air traffic controllers and search teams, no distress signal was received from the plane, and it took several days for authorities to locate wreckage and bodies from the crash site.